So Blackstar sent me their new HT Venue Series, Stage 100 Mark III. So there was a Mark II of this version, and what it is, this is the new version of the Mark II, but this time we are getting upgrades. We're getting the Cabrig software, the recording ends, or the recording output, so you can run IRs live and in the studio. This thing's 100 watts. This is a beast. I just got it today, and what are the chances? I've got a gig today. We're gonna take it to the gig first, and then we're gonna come back into the studio, you guys, and we will try out some sounds. We'll run this thing through its paces, let you guys hear what a monster tone machine this thing is. Pretty excited about this. I'm not sure the guys in the band will be excited when I show up with 100 watts of tube power, but they'll live with it. Let's go. right, so let's look at some of the features on this amp, you guys. You've got a volume for each channel. There's 3 channels. Each channel has has 2 voices. If you hit this switch, it changes voices. If you hit this switch, it changes voices. So here's your clean channel. Then you've got 2 overdrive channels, each with a volume and a gain. And both of those have a voice switch as well. So if we went over to OD1 and we wanted to change the voice, it would light up showing what voice it is. Now the voice is either a really kind of cleaner overdrive or a cleaner clean. And then when you switch the voice on, it kind of gets a different character, a little bit thicker, a little bit whiter, a little bit crunchier, just a bigger sound. And so OD2 is the same way. You just go to OD2 and you turn the voice on or off. There's a foot switch that does this, that switches between voice and all the different channels. So the 3 channels. So it's basically almost like you have 6 different sounds. On each channel, there's 2 different sounds. If you get the 5 positions, if you get I think it's called the F14 foot switch. Don't quote me on that. I think that foot switch also has a boost, so you can actually have a boost. So if you want to have a boost for solos, you can just boost this thing, because the foot switch that comes with it is just a voice and a channel switcher, so it doesn't do as much as it could. Then you've got your overdrive equalization section. Let's talk about that real quick. Bass, middle, treble, but you have this ISF switch or knob. If you go to the left, it has more of an American characteristic, American amp, and more of a British amp sound. To the right, if you go to the middle, it kind of blends the two, and it kind of has to do with the way the mids react to the cabinet, or just the way the mids are coming from the cabinet. You have a reverb, you have resonance, and a presence, which is really nice, and then your main volume for the whole thing. And then there's your 10 watt, 100 watt. The gig I was at, I was on 10 watts the whole night, and it was still way too loud. I can't even imagine flipping the 100 watt switch up and starting to crank that thing, but maybe someday I'll get to on a big stage. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. And let's take a look at the back panel. I should also mention that Blackstar has updated their logo from like a plastic, I think, almost sticker looking thing, to this metal piece that's screwed into the front here. And the specs I have, and I haven't played the other version of the HT Venue series amps, the Mark II, I haven't played that one, but they say they updated the clean channel. I'm not sure what they did with it. It's supposed to have more clarity, maybe more headroom. It did sound good when I took it out and played it with pedals. So yeah, but I don't have any way to compare it because I have not played the Mark II. All right, so your main power, your main fuse section, cabinet section, where you can connect at different kind of ohms of cabinets, 8 ohm, 16 ohm, lots of power here. Then here is your cab rig section. You've got a balanced XLR out and a line out, or phones out, which is nice. And then this switch switches between different presets that you've programmed in cab rig. So if you got, there's one preset, preset 2, preset 3, which is nice. Reverb, 2 different kinds of reverb, a dark and a light, depending on what you want to do, and push that switch in. Effects loop with a boost, so you can boost the effects loop. And then you have the foot switches. The foot switch that came with it is a 2-way foot switch. Let me just show you that real quick. It looks like this, just a channel and a voice. So you can switch channels and switch the voice. But it basically just switches between the clean and the dirty channel. And so if you want to do more, you have to get the 5-way switch, which is right there, that I can put right there. And then you have a USB output, and it looks like it's USB-C for recording, and hooking up to your laptop for the cab rig software. And that's it. And then in the back, you got 4 power tubes, and I believe probably 3 12AX7 preamp tubes. And just a delicious beast and powerful. Let's go into the studio and crank this thing up. Let's do it. All right, guys, we are in the studio now, and we have this awesome Blackstar HT Venue Series Mark III. That's kind of a mouthful. And the previous video you guys just saw of me playing live, I was going into this channel right here. Just the clean channel. Now each channel on this amp has a boost on it. So you almost have, it's almost like 6 channels because they all kind of sound different. So if I wanted to go to the other channel, there's a cleaner channel than this. But this is kind of one that's the boost channel. Oh, and I should say I have this mic'd up with the 57 and a ribbon mic. And then in a minute, I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like with the Cabrig software only, because you can do this with the Cabrig software where you can edit the reverb and the different cabs and the different kind of room sizes you want and mic positions, all that kind of stuff for recording if you want to just go direct. If I had an amp like this, though, I think I would mic a cab and go direct and then just kind of blend them, and that way you have like just your pick of what you want to choose from and later during the mix. Anyway, this is the clean channel, and I'm playing this is my Lone Star Strat. It's got a Seymour Duncan in the bridge and some Texas Specials in the middle and the neck. And this is what the clean channel sounds like again. All right, and I think I have all the channels set. I think I have all the channels set at their boost setting, because I only have the two position foot switch, which is just a voice control and the channel control. All right, so anyways, enough talking. Let's check out the other channels. This next channel is kind of a mid-gain channel. It's a different distortion characteristic to it, where it's kind of like kind of more bluesy. But can get really dirty if you want. So if I turn off the boost section, it'll get quieter. So I have all these are set to boost. For my switching, at least. All right, so then the next channel is a higher gain channel. So it'd be like this type thing. And for you metal players, if you wanted to scoop the highs out and or the middle out, crank the highs and get that. So you just have tons of gain on tap. You have so much versatility that if I wasn't such a pedal guy, I would set this up and use it as just a great stage amp with just maybe the delay and the reverb going through the effects loop, running the line to front of house for the Cabric stuff. You wouldn't even have to mic this really because there's so many options. It's crazy. I love that Blackstar is putting in their kind of their higher end, more flagship, bigger amp heads. They've incorporated this new Cabric software that they did in the St. James series, and they've done in a lot of their other stuff, and makes it just so versatile. Just has some great tones in it, and let's just kind of mess around with it a little bit. Let's go back to the. So let's go back to this channel here, and I'll let you guys hear what the reverb sounds like in this. And you can change the reverb out with the Cabric software. You don't have to use this kind of short. Kind of the short hall reverb. And let's check out just what the different the preset cab sims that come with it sound like. So here we have, let's see. All right, so now we are just on the cab rig output from the amp only. So you guys are just hearing the direct output. This is the next cab sound. Here's the last cab sound. right, guys, so my final thoughts on this amp is just, this is just a great, just like any high-end real tube amp, but with all the modern things that you'd ever want in a awesome stage professional amp. It has all the equalization settings, 3 boosts, 3 different basically channels, master volume, 100 watts to 10 watts. Man, I can't even, there's just so many great features about this amplifier that it's just hard to put in words how great this thing sounds. And I don't know if this video will do it justice, but playing behind it the other night, it just sounded amazing. It sounded great. It sounded just the power you want behind you. And I know a lot of people are going direct these days, and that there's a lot of dudes that maybe aren't even playing amps on stage anymore, but man, this made me just want to play amps all the time, and then have that technology that can go direct to front of house as well with cab sims and stuff like that. It just sounded great, and it sounds great mic'd up. Most of this video you heard was the mics on the cab. This is just a 212 Marshall vertical slant cab. And you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks Blackstar for sending this to me. This is the Blackstar HT Venue Series Mark III. And I'm a big fan of Blackstar. They've been sending me lots of stuff lately. I've got the St. James behind me, and I've got 2 pedal board amps you guys have maybe seen me playing through in the videos. And if you get a chance, or if you have the funds, check one of these out. And we will see you at the next one. Adios.